How you doing, guys? Welcome back to another game here by me, Devilion. As you can see, this matchup is the red Terran of Tarson versus the yellow Terran of LucifroN. Interesting matchup. First time I've had to commentate on a match of Tarson's. Have seen a fair few of his from the last tournament he was in. Haven't seen anything of LucifroN, but there's always a first time for everything. As you can see, going for a supply depot on 10. Same for both teams. And I've had too much coke to drink. Too much sugar. Barracks going up on 12 there. Same for both sides. Tarson sending out his scout. Will scout it on the first attempt, whereas LucifroN will get it on the third or fourth attempt. Goes both scouting in a clockwise direction. Tarson now is going to play Ring Around the Roses with a lot of SCVs as he continues to upgrade to the orbital command. Training some marines there, not upgrading to tech lab or anything like that. LucifroN, on the other hand, upgrading straight to tech lab and starts to build marauders. Now trying to get up his second gas. Exactly the same for Tarson as well, but he is also going for a factory. LucifroN going for a factory also. So one barracks with tech lab plus factory, and one factory plus barracks no tech lab. Up goes a starport as well. And as you can see, fairly even from both teams. 5 marines to 1 marine and 3 marauders. So fairly equal at this point. Tarson put up a bunker out at the entrance to his main, as LucifroN puts up a starport of his own. Also going for a reactor there on his factory. Both economies looking fairly strong at this point. Researching the stim pack there for LucifroN. No such upgrade as of yet for Tarson, who has no tech lab or anything on his barracks, though he is using supply depots to scout the edge of his main so that he won't get any nasty surprises, allowing them a full view of the area. LucifroN not opting to do that, obviously, puts up a couple of AA towers. No expansions as of yet, no construction of another command centre from either player at this point. The Devil, then the command centre. And LucifroN makes a drop into the base of Tarson, scouting so you can see the stuff banshee. Needs to pull stuff banshee away from the scout area, but loses it anyway. LucifroN now pushing in against 2 marines and a banshee. Will lose if he doesn't pull out 1 medevacs trying to heal there. Managed to pick him up back in time. Probably going to go for another harassment on the mineral line, but knows there is a banshee around, so not much he can do at this point. Going to go down and try and take out supply depot. Will be attacked by the banshee. Will probably lose both of those last two. And it picks them up just in time. Drops down just to kill 1 marine. Every little helps, as they say. So Tarson there almost finished with his second command centre. LucifroN building 2 more barracks. Still building more medevacs on the ones. So we're just going to see a lot of harassment come from LucifroN whilst Tarson stays on the back foot and defensive. As you can see, the bunker gone from the front of his base. And the command centre fully built. Still no tech lab or anything on the barracks, though he is researching the siege tech for his tanks. So going for a strong defense is Tarson. As you see, upgrading to the orbital command again. And down goes the second command centre for LucifroN, so expanding fairly soon. Still producing marauders with medevacs. It's proven to be a good combination so far. As you can see, 2 more tech labs on those 2 barracks. Still doing drop runs, using 4 Vikings as escort. And down goes a tech lab on Tyson's second barracks, with a third barracks on the way up. Not much happening in the starport, though he is now going to expand with that second command center. LucifroN has nearly finished his as well, so we should be seeing an expansion from him soon, as those Vikings scout around using his watchtowers and check around. Now he's going to move into the expansion of Tarson and will spot that, but whether he can actually do anything about it is another question altogether, especially with just 4 Vikings. Options at the high ground with 2, using the left over 2 to try and take out whatever they can, but those siege tanks will take down at least one of the Vikings, leaving the second on half health. As you can see, LucifroN making more marauders for those balance, and now expanding out as well. Hasn't opted to go for the upgrade on the command center before he's expanded. A couple of mules there. Another barracks for Tarson, so he has 3 barracks with no tech lab or reactor, though he is now researching the stim pack. Doesn't look like there's any more research underway, though he is now building another Banshee, as he does a little scout on to LucifroN's expansion there. Well saturated expansion there by LucifroN as well as his main. Nice little bit of harassment there, trying to assess just how much of an army Tarson has, or Tarson has even. Realising he can't quite take it on, just actually a little drop back of his mineral line. Obviously going to collapse before Tarson can get there. So harassment working quite well. Tarson is down considerably on the pro count for his expansion. Still choosing to still opting to mine basically from his original base. Tarson though has taken one of his other Naga watchtowers, but will now be killed. Just need one marauder there to do that. And uses close Banshee to go and harass the mineral line of the expansion of Blast. Useful. Not my day today when it really isn't. Must be all that Coke starting to wear off. How do you mean Coca-Cola, not the white stuff? I'm actually going to go down there from Tarson. Has now got the 2 gases up in his expansion. Moving all of his SCVs away from the edge of his base as another drop comes in there by LucifroN. Now I'm going to try and take down his command center. If he's attacking 3 buildings at once. Wouldn't necessarily recommend that. Now he has decided to focus down the command center of Tarson, as Tarson has sent his main force in to eradicate whatever he can of LucifroN. He has taken down the expansion, but does not want to venture into the main. As you can see, LucifroN flying his expansion's command center over his own base as he now counterattacks with marauders and medivacs. Not seeing much in the way of marines yet, but it's not really a problem because he does have those Vikings to take out any air units. Tarson there opting to build some more marauders and send them over as well. And as you can see, the command center for LucifroN's expansion is now just doing a bit of scouting of its own. Reinforcements now arriving for Tarson at the expansion of LucifroN. Might make a push here. Let's see how far he can get, though LucifroN has stim packed up and is going to catch all those siege tanks out of position. They did not have time to siege up, so they will be taken down. Good use of the stim pack there by LucifroN, and takes down the entire force of Tarson. Tarson left with almost nothing except a couple of siege tanks and a couple of marauders and marines. So not much in the way of defence at this moment. LucifroN does appear to be in the stronger position, but as we all know, things can change quite rapidly. Does now have a second tech lab up on his second barracks. Still no replaced tech lab on that barracks there. LucifroN trying to make a little push just to see how far it can get, but will be repelled by the siege tanks and marine marauders. Opting not to take incredible losses there, he decides to pull back. Though he did lose a sizable force there. Those siege tanks doing a hefty amount of AoE damage. Then a little scan there just to see what the defences are like. Does now have expansion back up again, so LucifroN's economy should be picking up again. Should probably be ahead of Tarson at this point. Seeming to be fairly similar on income right now, though Tarson does not have much in the way of gas income at this point. As you can see, clearly being outmined there. And as you can see, LucifroN does have the advantage army-wise. Tarson there seems to favour the mix of marines and marauders. Now he does have the riot shield as well. LucifroN is still sticking with his marauders. Seem to be doing him well so far. Will we see a push here from Tarson at any point? Using his SCVs to grab those Zelnaga watchtowers. Very important, those towers, so you can see just what your opponent is doing if he decides to move on your base. SCV there by LucifroN, just having a quick scout around, see what he can see. Now knows that those marines have the shields upgrade. Give them a little tougher to kill. As you can see, that 2 medevacs going from Tarson's probably going to do a drop on the mineral line of LucifroN. Nothing really there to defend him, just a couple of marauders. Though he is now pulling his main force back, so it will be a bit more defended than it was. Vikings there with a medevac. Nothing really in the medevac, so shouldn't cause too much of a problem. Though these 2 medevacs, what can Tyson do with these 2 medevacs? He needs to inflict some hefty damage on the economy of LucifroN right there. Or if he can force LucifroN to use a stim pack on all of those units and weaken them, and then make a move with a larger force. Dropping them down on the ridge, out of range of most of his units, and opt to use just the one. Take down the gas, got one lot behind the middle line, not going to really take down the SCVs. Now just to grab 2 before he's forced to pull back. Now all the units on the ridge will become easy targets for those marauders. Both medevacs down, all troops down. But he did use stim packs, so a lot of those units are going to be in pretty bad shape. As you can see, Tarson now making a move there with his siege tanks and marauders and marines. A couple of medevacs into support, going to load them up. Now he's going to load them up, drop them in the base of LucifroN, using them to extend range of sights and use those siege tanks to take down a couple of buildings. It will be scanned though, so LucifroN knows exactly what he's up against. Moving into those marauders and marines. There's more medevacs. But stim packs used takes down those weakened units and forces LucifroN to pull back. Siege tanks going down and a good game from LucifroN. So a fairly good game there by those 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time.